Welcome, everybody. My name is Alexandra. I'm marketing manager at Redtag, and I would like to welcome you on our webinar on scaling Salesforce team, the power of staff augmentation. I'll be your moderator for today to keep all things on time. We're going to be scheduling for about an hour, and we'll cover some of the questions at the end. So I would like to start, and I would like to introduce our CEO, Nazar Mykytyn. Nazar, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Sasha, and thank you everybody for joining us today. We will be talking, as we already said, about staff augmentation and how we can all make use of it and make it powerful to help us to grow. And I would like just to start with a few things, as we I would really like to do it that I'm not just talking to a screen here, but to have it really both ways conversation. So if you please put where you are from and in a comment in the chat, then we will see who's here, and it'd be great to see some people from what you're doing as well. Also, during our conversation, I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. Most of them we'll cover in the end of our webinar, but if you have some questions and I'll see them during the conversation, I'll try to explain our response to them during those topics. Okay, I see that we have, Emma. I don't say from where, but we have. I will probably have trouble to pronouncing the last name. Musa or Mosa from Paris. Sorry that my French is not as good. I see Ross from UK. Steve from Philly. Great. Jason from Sacramento. Good. Yeah, thank you. I tried my best with most. Okay. I think we will start with next. So I'll do some outline for today. So we will introduce. I'll introduce myself and the company. We'll try to understand what staff augmentation is and actually what it is not. Some common mistakes and risks that company have when they start working with staff augmentation, and how to avoid them. Why companies are afraid? Well, it's something new. But I see that we can definitely try to make it work, and we have experience and we will use some cases that we worked on, and how to choose a good vendor. So what are key characteristics, and Q&A session in the end. We will try to basically answer your questions. Okay, let's move on. So I'll start with introduction of myself. My name is Nazar Mykytyn, and I'm in Salesforce ecosystem actually since 2011, but I started a company in 2013, and I went from all the way from being a Salesforce developer to running a company. I was born with Ohana in my heart, so I really love Salesforce community. I enjoy it. We started Salesforce community in Lviv, Ukraine. Now I'm in Chicago, where is also joining community quite often, and going to many community-driven events. And right now I'm preparing for Chicago Half Marathon, which will be June 4th. I haven't ran more than 10K. If here there are people that are doing running, I'll be thankful for tips how to make it work. And for me, it's like I set a goal for myself, and there is like no other way but just go and do it. So about Redtag, so we believe in chance to grow, and we believe that we can provide it to our customers and to people that work with us. So by that we connect both worlds, like both enterprise, big projects, and talented people from Ukraine, and that they can work on great, interesting projects and apply their talent. And let's look at some numbers at Redtag. So we started as a company 2013. In 2017, we switched solely to Salesforce. And by now, we already support 29 Salesforce implementation and ISV partners. We have over 130 employees at Redtag, which 100 of those are Salesforce experts. We've experienced more than 500 projects so far, and we have CSAT as a 5.0 score, which is like 5-star, and yeah, I think it's great. And as I said, we were founded at Redtag. In 2017, there was the moment when we switched from just doing different technologies to Salesforce. And that was a moment where we started our own training center, which we call Redtag Academy. And it helps us to have sustainable growth from the beginning of Trailblazer journey, but throughout the journey itself. And we started 2018 actively participating in Salesforce events such as Dreamforce. It's a great. If you haven't visited it, I really you should, because being an ecosystem is like a great event, and we are going to all of those. Try to visit each of Dreamforce right now, and in 2021 we started our own consulting services as well that we continue, but we don't plan to stop doing staff augmentation, as we know how to do this is really well and really nice. And right now we have plans to grow in the US, in the EU. So right by now we have offices in Chicago, United States, where I am right now, and in Lviv, Ukraine, which is where is our development center is located. Many of our people are also now working remotely throughout whole Europe and in many cities in the US. We believe in our values, and we start with building trust in relationship. We are not just one-time company. We always looking for working with people. We focus on the result, on their projects. We work together as one team with our customers. We're really passionate about what we do, because we actually love our craft, and we are like sometimes feel like Salesforce is like you just talk about it all the time, and the projects and something new that we delivered, and how cool those things are for our customers and people that use it. But we also, as the war hit Ukraine, there are many people in Ukraine that unfortunately lost their limbs, like heads, sorry, not heads, that's so bad, hands and arms. And we have this organization in Ukraine called Unbroken, which is, they do really a huge amount of work that helping those people get back to normal life, and providing them prosthetic arms and legs, and it will, also helping them emotionally and be support that organization. And this is like one of the things that when you understand that business is also not just about growing yourself, but also helping others in their lives. So from here, I would like to go to what staff augmentation is and what is not. And if you talk about staff augmentation, sometimes people don't understand what that is, and they think that one of the main things that they just find a person that will be working on their work, but it's and sometimes people think about staffing, so somebody finds you a person who you can hire, but basically, if you put it simple, that is somebody who is working in a remote office or from their home, but they are already taking care of like about training. They have all the necessary equipment. They have their development plans, and there are also many people that can join you. So it's Salesforce, staff augmentation. I should say that it's not staffing. And also what is important that you should not be just thinking that you go there just like one-time thing. It's really about relationship and about building a trusted team that you can, when you have a search of in projects, or you have too much on your plate, and you can have somebody to share with, or for example, you don't have that expertise in-house, and this is somebody to reach out and say, hey, I need the expert with that specific skill. And most likely those organizations will have those people, especially if they're specialized on in some technology. I'm gonna talk more about like how to make it successful and what mistakes we should avoid. We will talk about 2 cases, but we have many more. And before we go there, I start like with communication, that it's really important, and we'll talk about that more. But communication is the first thing that the organization make mistakes when they start working with organizations that they do staff augmentation. Sometimes people think that just contacting in the beginning and then coming back, we'll be doing like all the work, but this is like really about building trust. And to gain trust, you have to start with something small and then engage through the process. And one of like our first case about our great partner called Graftivity. Their organization was focused on healthcare in Netherlands, and we've been doing many projects together for many years. And we started as they were working with next to consulting. They hired one of our devs at that moment, and we had a great relationship. And from that moment was partly it was like one of the mistakes that we had in the beginning, that we didn't really have enough of context. So what we try to avoid is that our developers, consultants, admins, and QAs, they just receive tasks from companies that hire us. But what we really try to do is actually to understand the context and work together, so we can also take ownership on the project. And it really helped us when we started getting involved in the conversations with end users, not just getting requirements through consultants. Sometimes it's not easy, but as we provide white label, most of our customers are happy to work with us as with their own employees. And we started small, and with creativity, we had as a great times of growth, but also challenging times when we had to scale down the team. And the good thing about staff augmentation, I would see that being like a buffer for companies, that you don't have to pay extra. So because if you hire full-time employee, most times you will, not most times, but in general, you pay like a monthly salary. And with this case, you can, if you see that you have bigger projects coming, you ramp up team, I suggest to start planning ahead. And but normally how we worked it, we start with a time and material base, just a few hours a week or something like that, and then it eventually grows because companies see that they can do more, and that gives them also opportunity to grow. That's what happened with productivity, and yeah, I'm glad that we have a partner like that. And the other case is Provisio Partners. It's a great company in Chicago, in the US. They work solely in the like Salesforce with human services for like nonprofits. And we started with them working with 2 developers, and Provisio has been growing like really fast. I probably haven't seen the other companies in the ecosystem growing as fast as they did, but as you can ask Travis, who is CEO and a founder, like a co-founder of Provisio Partners, and he says that they also one of the reasons that they were able to grow is because they have partners like us that were able to provide resources for them, and that we have enough talent. And for that, like when you choosing a partner, make sure that they have enough capacity, but also that they have sustainable growth, which is like an ecosystem. Without your own training centers, it's really hard to hire. You all know that there is not enough talent, and only way to get talents is actually to teach them and raise them. And as you can see, Provisio grew like through these years. They were hiring, so right now we have 26 Salesforce experts working, and it's like a steady team. And how we work, we always try to maintain same team, because it's already relationships that built between people, but also domain knowledge and knowledge of project, and how you work with those partners and between yourselves, like how it goes in their like way. So for example, which project management tools you use, which like reporting and other things. And what are companies more really afraid about working? So first thing is like, it's somebody who is far away. So to like eliminate that part, it's you need to set up communication. And communication is, I mean, not just chatting, but also like having a meeting rhythm. And that's from very beginning. You have to set up meetings that work for you and your team to understand the progress and do planning. We suggest to have a weekly planning call between teams to see what opportunities you have, and with your staff augmentation partner, so they can actually help you by saying, so we can help you with that opportunity. And also understanding the progress, because if you give somebody like to work on a project, but then you don't check regularly, you will have different expectations, and that's really will be most of the times it will be fail in the end. So you have to have static resin. It's not just about staff augmentation; it's about any project. Not even in software development. If you, for example, do your kitchen and you bring somebody to do it, you don't want to just check in the end. You want to be checking them regularly. Also, reporting. So many cases, companies lack to report what time was spent on. First we used different tools. Now we developed our own software on Salesforce platform to do reporting, which is basically together with each invoice we send report for each hours, and we try to make it as detailed as possible because it's not just about company who hires us, but also for company who actually we're doing project for is paying, and they want to understand where hours were spent on. And sometimes it's like there is unexpected things happen on the project. But if you're transparent and open, and it's really about building trust and relationship, you have to show what you like, where time went, and also manage expectations. So if you see that something changes, we need to tell it in advance beforehand. And solution focus. We see that many times people, when they start especially, they just tend to do tasks. So, and some of consultants, then when they hire, they just involve people to do like routine job, which is not the best way of working together. So we teach our team to work more like take ownership, be solution focused, understand who is the end user and how to make it better. So think together with consultant or with company who hires you, and together with customer, and suggest the ideas how to make the solution better in the end. That's like being not just hands, but also like another person that is involved in the project. And as we have experience in many Salesforce clouds, I would say most of them, and different industries, this is really important to see like to work towards a solution for the end user. Okay, and let's see like key characteristics to look for qualified Salesforce staffing vendor. So I would start with experience and expertise. So most of the times, there are a lot of people that you can hire remote. And it depends like on what like your plan is, but I would see that if you really need to quickly ramp up with somebody, look for people that know the domain and have their like cases and can share their own case studies from those industries and products. It's really important to have same values, at least most of them, because sometimes for us, why we always like to start small on the projects, it's because sometimes you have people that you are connected and have bonds from the like the first moment, and sometimes it's just like not working for each other. And it's not that you're not technically good, but that your values are different, and you want to make sure that you have match on that, and it works both ways. If you share same values, it will be a lot easier for you to work. yeah, ratings and references. Yeah, you can check online, and nowadays it's everybody gets ratings on many sites like Glitch, App Exchange, and other, and also yeah, industry experience. As we mentioned in the previous about expertise, make sure that if you're looking for somebody who knows healthcare, or that they are not just like knowing platform, but they really understand how healthcare works. And especially there is difference between Europe and the US. So you need to understand the difference and how to use communication. For me, communication is like, I would say at least 50% of successful project. Any project is about communication. If you see any problem, start with it. If you see any thing that like manage customer expectation, only can be done by communicating back what is possible, and sometimes different things occur. And for example, as you already said about Provisio partners, we had we've been growing, but it wasn't always easy, as we had one project that we started. It was already like a fixed time project, and with a really strict delivery date and a start. When we started, we were like first 2 months communication was poor. We didn't know like the expectations, and it was really, we were like 2 months behind from both teams. And we had like a team of I think right now that we're 11 people, so we're 5 people from our side. It was tough. It was really a lot of things happening bad. Everybody wasn't happy about the project. So, but we started taking more and more like responsibility and ownership on our side. We did internal hackathons just to speed up projects and things that we were supposed to. And we eventually we caught up, but it really required some time to build that rhythm and understanding between the team or what we will be delivering. From the team size, sometimes it's really hard to find enough people, and if your team and company is growing really fast, make sure that the vendor that you're choosing has enough capacity or is able to grow together with you. Methodology, and it's important that mostly people use Scrum or Kanban, but make sure that you all understand each other from the beginning, because if you say that you will be doing waterfall, but you're using Scrum, it's not gonna work. And make sure that your processes are aligned from the beginning. And we suggest using tools like Jira for project management, and try to put ahead and as much as possible into understanding of what will be delivered and your expectations on like demos and other things. Pricing can help you for the budget and deliver to more for your customers. Sometimes you might think that there is like always somebody cheaper, but make sure that you actually get a good quality, because there is always will be somebody cheaper. And support. Most times you don't want just somebody to do work and then leave, because this is where relationship starts. After the delivery of successful stuff, there will be moments where you need help from somebody who actually built it. Doesn't matter how good documentation is. Most times when people already know the project, and there might be moments when you need something to do a fix really quickly, you will need them to support like what was built there. So if you're gonna look for a customer, or sorry, for a vendor, yeah, I can tell you that we already have some of that and most of those things in our company. Yeah, you might consider us, might consider other companies. You totally understand this, and that should be, you should check around before you choose. Make sure that everything works for both sides. And think about this as finding really not just one-time project, because if you start working with those people, it's a lot easier for you to build a relationship. And also in the beginning of the projects, try to do project kickoff, meet face-to-face, and come to your customer side, or we also always welcome people at our offices to get started. And yeah, we are covering many different Salesforce industries and clouds, as you can see here. And also we have we've been doing a lot of development on platform. So we developed many packages and did a lot of integrations between systems. And also, if you take a look on our App Exchange, we are Salesforce Summit partner. We're really proud that we were able to achieve the highest level of Salesforce partnership, and we have quite many expertise and specialist levels in different Salesforce products. In our organization, we like to make decisions quickly. So if you need somebody or something to start really soon, because most times people reach out to us when it's even a bit too late, and we try to plan ahead, but we also understand that time is really crucial for successful projects. So we make decisions really fast in our organization. And they're always looking like starting small and then going to big. And if you, as you can see on Provisio, we started just really on with 2 people, and now it's like 26 people on the team, which is quite an extensive and a big part of their team as well. We have broad expertise, as already mentioned. This also gives us, as we work with 29 partners right now, and it gives us opportunity to work with different products and clouds in Salesforce, but also industries. And it's most time, especially companies that just start, it's hard for them to cover many of those products. And as we have more than 100 Salesforce experts and have been doing this for right now, it's like 10 years. It gives us this possibility to have the expertise. And we are active in Salesforce community. We have MVP in-house, which is Salesforce most valuable person. And we're glad that it's like Oleg, he's the first one in Eastern Europe. And we grow Salesforce ecosystem by helping, by help of our Redtag Academy. And this helps us not just to get started, but also help our trailblazer to go through their trailblazer journey and reach out to the next levels and aim to the summit. That's all about staff augmentation, but I'll be happy to answer your question. And before we move forward and to the questions, I would ask you to consider donating to Unbroken and supporting those people and help with their lives. You can scan this QR and it will bring you to the page for the instructions. Thank you so much. and let's grow together. And now we'll be opening for questions.
Thank you, Nazar. We have some questions for you. The first one is, isn't the staff augmentation too costly for someone who is already running on the short budget?
Oh, that's a good question. Thank you for asking. Yes, well, it can become costly, but it shouldn't. Most times, it's actually cheaper to hire somebody than to hire remote and staff augmentation than just get people on your payroll, because you can scale up and down with those. And you don't have to invest upfront when you are looking for a bigger opportunity. Most times you think that you need to have a bigger team, but working with staff augmentation, you can actually avoid that investment and save money.
And what about the time? So getting someone up, it takes too much time. And what about someone who is already running short on that?
So that's also the good part, because you shouldn't think about your staff augmentation partner as just a one-time thing. And it's all about relationship. And earlier you involve somebody, the better then they can plan and prepare. So having a reason where you can plan together and see, like, overview your your opportunities, and will give you a better chance to plan and get work up to speed. But normally, if somebody is behind, we try to involve people that have good skill and expertise for those projects, so that it will save time to ramp up.
Okay, we have a question from Jason. Staff augmentation is only part of what you do, correct? We are looking for a partner who can deliver Salesforce services via professional services model. Would you consider that?
Hi, Jason, and thank you for the question. Yes, staff augmentation is a part of our services. We also do Salesforce implementation services, and correct, we can work on that and deliver projects and do Salesforce implementations. Hope I answered your question. Okay, thank you.
Also, we have a question about their information being confidential. Can the person really trust that someone short term with the content?
Okay, yes, this is like a really important part. So first of all, we sign NDA before we start working with anybody. And by anybody, I mean like both our customers, partners, and also employees, because we work in projects where there is like a lot of data and information, which is like should be protected. And especially it's important for Europe, like GDPR. We work with all those like GDPR clauses, and the same thing goes for the US.
We had a question from Steve. I think it's concerning the confidentiality as well, about both onshore and offshore support services. Yes,
that's touches both onshore and offshore. So one of the pain points, and what we also solve was having legal entity in the US, that you don't have to sign company with organization or a firm that is far away, but really work in the same legal domain. And this also helps to make sure that everybody feels safe, everybody is protected. And our goal is to make sure that everybody is successful, and that none of data or information is somewhere and somebody gets it. So we are responsible for it from the moment when we sign the contract.
Okay, can you also share some tips on onboarding newer employees and lightning speed, how to make it as fast as possible?
I already started with communication. So set up present, like I would say daily stand-up calls and with planning. Normally, if we start working, it's either Kanban or Scrum that we work on the projects. Depends, like if it's a bigger team or just like working on tasks from a different Salesforce projects. Use management tools to see the progress and also involve in like consultants, developers, QAs, admin, whoever works on your projects, involve them in the conversation with end users when you do discovery, and try to give them as much context as possible, because in this case, they will understand what they want, like what you need to build in the end, and plan ahead when they're building. Because if you just give them small chunks of work, you just build a page or do trigger, do flow here, and or add some fields here and there, it's not giving them understanding of, and then they're not working together with you as giving you full potential. And so try to involve them as much as possible in all the communication.
Okay, and the last question that we have for now from our side is how to work with time difference if we are working with companies all around the world. How to manage time.
Thank you for the question. Yeah, we've been doing this for quite a while, and some of our partners say this feels like magic sometimes, because they by the end of their day they send requirements, and in the morning they already have some work done when they wake up. But you actually have to understand overlap of hours that you have, and what we also try to do is have, if it's, for example, your company is working from the US with European time zone, that we have somebody available in the US to make sure that if anything happens or you need something to do immediately, that they can cover those parts.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you all for listening and for coming to our webinar. I hope that you liked it. It wasn't too boring. And we also are working on the next one, which will be about integrations. And I'll be glad somebody else who actually knows more about integration than I do will tell you how that works. But if you feel like you have some tips for me how to be successful in my on my half marathon, but also if you have some questions or just need help, I'm really open. And if you're in Chicago, stop by. We will, yeah, I'll be glad to have a coffee and show you around.
Thank you so much, Nazar, and have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Bye-bye.